In 106 BC, the Roman consul Quintus Servilius Scipio conquered Tolosa and discovered a vast treasure believed to originate from Delphi. Yet this treasure vanished, shrouded in countless mysteries. Could this be a curse? Around the year 106 BC, during a tumultuous and fierce period in Roman history, a peculiar event unfolded in the land of the Volca-Tectosages, now known as Toulouse, France. Here, the proud Roman consul Quintus Servilius Caepio conquered Tolosa and unearthed an enormous treasure, considered one of the greatest in the ancient world. But this was no ordinary treasure. It carried a rich historical significance, possibly a war prize from Delphi, which the Gauls had invaded and plundered around 279 BC. This is the origin of the famous treasure known as the Gold of Tolosa. According to historical records, in 106 BC, as Caepio stood victorious in Tolosa, he sensed the aura of a treasure that had mysteriously disappeared, marking the beginning of a tumultuous career for this consul. The treasure was said to include gold, silver, and perhaps other precious items traded by merchants from Delphi. Given the historical context of the region, this treasure became not only a material wealth, but also a symbol of Rome's power and expansion. The presence of this treasure in Tolosa highlighted a crucial reality. Ancient cities were focal points of military campaigns and resource conflicts between various tribes in Rome. In 105 BC, Caepio's fortunes began to shift drastically when he participated in the battle at Arausio, which witnessed one of the most catastrophic defeats for the Roman army. The conflict, near present-day Orange, saw the disintegration of Roman forces against the might of the Gallic tribes. Disagreements between Caepio and his ally, Consul Malleus Maximus, led to a series of poor decisions, resulting in the deaths of tens of thousands of Roman soldiers. This defeat not only weakened Rome's military strength, but also brought severe repercussions for Caepio. He not only lost soldiers, but also his reputation and standing as a respected leader. The harsh military landscape led to revenge and prosecution against Caepio. Just a year after the disaster at Arausio, he was accused not only of decisions leading to the defeat, but also of the loss of the extraordinary treasure he had acquired from Tolosa. Although the true reasons behind this loss remain murky and debated, Caepio was sentenced to exile, a heavy punitive action from the Roman government against an official deemed to have made significant errors. He died in Smyrna, present-day Izmir, Turkey, a tragic end for one of history's figures steeped in mystery and controversy. Yet the story of the Gold of Tolosa does not end with Caepio's downfall. The fate of this great treasure remains an ambiguous entry in Roman history. Many speculations and theories swirl around its exact whereabouts. Some sources suggest that the treasure was plundered during its transport from Tolosa to Rome. People wonder whether this misfortune was a curse upon all who once possessed this wealth, but there is no conclusive evidence to back such tales. The stories of the treasure's mysterious disappearance have woven themselves into folklore, leading many to believe it perished along with Caepio. However, this also raises many questions. Could it still exist somewhere in the shadows of the past? We also see that the origins of the Gold of Tolosa have not reached a consensus. Some assert it was loot taken from Delphi, while other sources claim it belonged to the indigenous Gauls. No one can categorically determine whether the gold and silver resulted from ordinary trade dealings or were simply the spoils of brutal warfare. It is estimated that the treasure contained from 15,000 talents to 100,000 pounds of gold and silver, but this figure remains contentious. The sheer enormity of this amount has created an odd allure, captivating anyone who hears about it. What is even more remarkable is that not only ancient artifacts or relics, but also the stories surrounding them have become ancient and enigmatic to humanity. The tale of the Gold of Tolosa is not merely about a treasure. It holds profound lessons about power, ambition, and fate. The curses or tragedies that may accompany such treasures are testimonies to the flow of history, teaching humanity through failures, successes, and countless other obscurities. Whether the Gold of Tolosa is an eternal legacy or an enigma never to be unraveled, its story continues to fascinate generations of history and culture enthusiasts. The signs of a glorious era and the lessons from a nation once ruling the world remain catalysts for human imagination. The story of the Gold of Tolosa and its mysteries will always be a vital part of ancient heritage, reminding us that within every treasure lies not just material wealth, but also history, culture, and invaluable lessons, heritage from which we can learn. The world may have forgotten, but these tales, with all their depth and intrigue, will never fade into obscurity. Let us wait and see if one day we can uncover the mystery of the Gold of Tolosa.